Welcome to Annecam Cruising the Mediterranean, Episode 9. This episode we sail from Sardinia to the Balearic Islands. But first, we recap what we got up to in the last episode. We said see you later to the only North African country we visited on Annecam, Tunisia, and we left Yasmin Hammamet and sailed what was to be our longest passage to date, as we beat our way into a mistral wind all the way to Sardinia. This passage had everything from waterspouts chasing us down from when we first left Yasmin Hammamet to a very stiff headwind called the Mistral we had to fight against all the way to Sardinia. But we made it in the end to the beautiful Villasemius Marina. Villasemius is absolutely stunning when the wind is not blowing. One of our more memorable highlights of this part of our journey was catching the wrong bus and taking a trip up through the mountains. Absolutely spectacular, but the heart rate was through the roof at times. We did get to spend a lot of time swimming in the beautiful waters of the south end of Sardinia. We sailed from Villasemius across to Pula and then on to Porto Zaffarino. This would be our last stop on the island of Sardinia before we set our course for the Balearic Islands. This turned out to be a very fast passage for Annecam between Sardinia and the Balearic Islands. We stopped at Menorca, Majorca, Ibiza and Formentera on our way through this part of the Mediterranean. We had a beautiful sail going. We're on a shy reach, just running just off the wind. We used two of Annie's sarongs as sunshade to stop the sun from beating straight in onto us. We didn't have the cameras running at the time, but we had this lovely Mediterranean bluefin tuna jump onto one of the lines for us. Our AIS showed we had plenty of company out there. As you can see, Annecam was flying. Our first anchorage on the island of Menorca was Fornells. And this just happens to be a very protected anchorage in this part of the world. And there's always something going on to keep us entertained. We had no idea when we arrived that our timing was almost perfect for the St. Antoni festival to celebrate the overthrow of the barbarians from North Africa, and horses played a big part in their overthrow. There was a full week of celebrations, and we got to sit and watch the fireworks from the foredeck on Annecam. And while we sat and watched and waited for the next weather window, I got to go up the mast and repair a couple of torn batten pockets from the passage from Tunisia to Sardinia. The weather window arrived at last. It was time to move on. Cala Sant'Andrea is just one of the places we dropped our anchor into while we headed west through the Balerics. And another place we spent quite a bit of time in was Cala di Calabria. Just the sheer rugged beauty of this place was absolutely stunning. We got up really early one morning and took a stroll along the foreshore before the tourist ferries showed up with their hordes of people to crowd everything out. Going through the tunnels was a really big thing for Annie. Well done, girl.
Here we go. Hey, this is a lovely echo. She made it through. And we have tunnel number 2. What? It's fine. Haven't bumped your head once. You can see how glazed the stones are. You take yours off.
What?
I thought you took your thongs off.
I think I should. I should have. I'll run through.
Smile.
I'll run through the other way.
What, barefoot?
With my thongs on.
Look at these mountains. Full of caves. What's this beach here famous for,
A James Bond movie where Ursula Andress comes coming off the water, apparently.
And the actual sand on the beach would be pretty hard to make sandcastles out of that.
There was plenty of swimming while we were there. We have really fond memories of this location. Absolutely stunning backdrop with the mountains cascading down straight into the beautiful blue Mediterranean waters. Love this place. We even dropped our anchor in Port de Sola on our way past, and the sights we saw while we were there. And the final place we dropped our hook into on the island of Ibiza was Cala Yondel. We always had plenty to entertain us while we were there.
He's like a little bastard. Oh, look at this. He's gonna come up, yep. Good morning, darling. Say hello to your grandson. Say it loudly, can't hear it.
Hello, Sam. I can see your feet hanging out here. That was the first thing I noticed. Cruddy old
I'm
feet.
videoing your ass. And straight down your beautiful cleavage.